70 dudes in the group. I said, stand up, stand your motherfucking ass. Stand up, right? They like, man, they want to whoop my ass, right? You know, they like, said, short dudes and the big dudes want to get me. They said, man, what is it? I said, we're going to do something we all done before. They said, what? I said, I'm going to make you gangsters, you wife beaters, you abusers, you wannabe players. I'm going to make you do the hokey pokey dance. And if you don't do it, your ass is going back to jail. Right? See, I can fuck with your minds. I fuck with minds. If you help, and I get extra juice. The more people is in the group, if you ever watch me, you'll say, damn, he bad. Because they be trying to hit. They be throwing hits and I duck. Get you. Still, man, you gonna do it with us? I say, yeah, man, I've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for 18, 19 years. I've been doing the hokey pokey. Right? I said, if you don't do it, you're going to jail. And you better sing the song. Oh, they hella mad, right? So people come in here and talk about they don't have anger problems. Oh, I'll find out, right? And when we take this to television, which we will, y'all gonna come with me, I'm gonna take it with me. We're gonna have, like on my arm, it says domestic violence, the counselor, right? Domestic violence with the counselor, right? You gotta visualize stuff. See, everything starts with vision, right? Somebody saw something. You know, Bill Gates saw something when he decided to make computers, right? And a lot of people didn't even want to go with it because they couldn't see the vision. My teacher told me in 2000, he said, if I gave him $2,000 in 1984, I would be damn near a billionaire. At least 500 million, easy. My shares would be worth so much money, right? So so I'm just telling you my vision. I got this. So they got every kind of reality show you want to see, but they don't got us and a big crew talking about issues about what we go through, about what they do to us and how we respond, right? It's, whatever. They might call it gossip, but who gives a damn? We get paid for it. So.
Hey, it's crazy. I'm gonna cut you off.
Okay.
When I was on that plane coming back the other day, I watched this movie called Foster. It's about the foster child, about the foster system in LA and shit. That shit was crazy. Cause it was this lady, I think she reminded me of you. I mean, the thing is, she was one of the ladies, she done had like 80 kids that ran through her home. And, it's like they made a movie because she kept wanting to make it. Well, I don't know, but it was crazy because it was a documentary. Like
some real stuff, though.
Well, yeah, because I'm a foster child, so I could relate it. So it was crazy.
What I learned in school, and I'm gonna get back to the hokey pokey. I learned in school that years ago, the foster system, 1920, somewhere up in those times, when they had foster homes, they used to take the children to the lake because they didn't have the money to feed them, and they would drown them. And they also had, when children, they didn't have what they called there was no child labor laws. They had to enact a thing called child labor laws. And the child labor law prevented people from putting children to work. They used to be 3-4 years old working in mines, dying in mines, rock mines and mountains and all kinds of stuff, loaning them over to the neighbors so they can clean up and take care of the old peoples and all. Little kids. So they came up with child labor laws, but they had laws for dogs and animals before they had CPS for kids. Oh, you used to get beat the hell out your kid. Fuck them up. Beat their ass with tire irons.
Remember the teachers used to whip the kids?
Oh yeah, the teachers used to whip the kids with that fucking wooden paddle with holes there.
That was real.
Sue their ass right now. Oh yeah, it was in my time.
They used to do that real for real?
Man, it was in my time. They all had a big paddle with holes in it. It was about this thick. You hit me with some wood? Now y'all is a whole nother breed. I'm telling you, y'all is a whole nother breed. Y'all socked the teacher, knocked the, I mean, some of my partners got them too, but
Hey,
we was older, but
my
y'all
little partner got beat up by the security at Fremont. He just got cashed out 600 bands. That little motherfucker got 600,000 as soon as she turned 18.
Well, I was at Fremont. I was at Fremont High School, and it was my first day there. I saw the principal, I met the assistant principal, Mr. Jackson, and I was like in the school, man. I went on a lunch, and I was happy that you can leave campus and go to get you something to eat and come back. So this old lady who was the librarian grabbed me, it's in my book. What are you doing up here, little boy? And then she grabbed my ear, but I've been raised to not disrespect older people. She had my ear and took me all the way. This little child is in our school. He said, Mrs. So-and-so, will you please let Mr. Horton go? The man remembered my name. Assistant principal. He said, let him go. Let him go. No. She said, he's one of our new students. He's a 10th grader. No, he said, he's a 10th grader. We have his files in the office. I'm so sorry. Again, if the times was different, I would have took him there. I needed some money. I only had 3 pair of pants back then. I would have taken him there. I said, you can beg me all you want to. No, you're going to cash me and my mom in the mouth. I got it. You know, sometimes you can't feel sorry for people. You got to get your money. Yeah. So. Okay. All right, okay. Guess who that is?
Your mama?
No, that's the new pastor of this church. That's the new pastor. It used to be the jail.
Why did it look like an obituary?
I don't know.
Thought that passed away.
That's how
How was supposed to guess?
Yeah, I should talk to her, you know, niece. Yeah, I'm like, leave you alone. I'm gonna tell my auntie. Oh, okay. I'm gonna let you go. Give me Michelle. You deal with Michelle. She ain't. But, so I was, so the hokey pokey dance.
All you want to do is have
Okay, I'm not, so you know, eventually I got to check. 'Cause, okay, this is, I was saying the hokey pokey dance, I got them, I make them, so they said, man, you gonna do it with us? I wanna try, I saw you too cool to do the hokey pokey. You did the hokey pokey when you was in elementary school. You didn't say nothing, you didn't argue with the teacher. If I asked you to do something, you managed to do it. So we did the hokey pokey. You put your right foot in, you put your right back. They mad. Then I said, stop. Let's start over. Somebody's not doing it. Let's go again. You put your right foot in, you put your right back. I only make them do one leg and sit down. Man, why are you fighting with us, man? Why are you fighting with us? I said, listen, man, let me explain something to y'all. They said, what? I said, listen, this is not my group. This is actually our group. In the song, it say you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. I said, but listen, man. We just did the hokey pokey, we're about to turn our goddamn lives around. And that's what it's all about. Give yourself a hand. So they started clapping and all that. I said, man, we fist to turn this around, man. Don't you want to turn your life around? Huh? Don't you want to stop being stupid? Yeah? And they was like, I said, man, we're going to have fun. I'm going to shoot shot session. Y'all going to shoot them back at me. And we're going to get better. We're going to get better. I'm not going to tell you anything to have you jump off a bridge and kill yourself. I'm trying to save some lives. So anyway, I wrote this paper at the last minute. This paper is called, What is Your Domestic Identity? It says the domestic identity is the fact of being who or what, the definition of domestic identity is the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. Domestic identity describes and defines the proof in the pudding and the pudding and the proof. Our domestic identity describes describes who we really are, who we believe we are and have been in most domestic identity relationships. That's just a question. Number one, in most domestic relationships, are you known to honestly identify yourself as the abuser or the victim? I mean,
The victim.
that's what I thought. That's why I wrote this paper. I knew my man would be here, right? He was gonna say he was the victim. He didn't do nothing, right? He don't do nothing.
I did it.
He didn't even hit nobody. He got a whole, you would think they would give him 20 weeks. He got a whole 52 for doing nothing, right? But we broke it down. We found out he did do something. You know? See, and you have to watch out too when you get arrested for or come in contact with the police. The law says you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you, right? So you really pretty don't want to talk. What happened now? Well, you know, she threw a plane at me, you know, and I slapped her. Oh, really? So you did hit her. But you know, I mean, it was retaliation. I mean, could you had left out the house? Like, yeah, but you know, she had called me a few names and stuff. On top of throwing the plane, right? She broke my TV. She, you know, so after she threw a rock at my car, I broke her windows. Okay, domestic violence, domestic violence, domestic violence, right? You cannot push them. You cannot touch them. You cannot threaten them like my man did. Don't make me come over there, is what he said, right? You already know. Oh, that's a 52 too. You already know. Like, what that you already know.
I didn't
right?
know that, boy.
Yo, they'll get you. They'll get you. I've had situations.
No, James, listen to this one, James. I'm gonna tell you some real shit, bro. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. So my baby mama picked me and my son up from the airport when we got back from Puerto Rico. She picked us up. She's like, oh, I don't feel good. She's like, can you drive? So I'm like, all right. I bounced up in the car, and she hopped in the passenger side, and we riding. She's like, man, I want to grab something to eat because I don't feel like we was in Frisco, so I don't feel good. I got a headache and everything. So we stop, we get something to eat. We see my partner, mind you, my best friend, I mean, not my best, like, he known me since we was like family. We at the restaurant, why him and his family at the restaurant at the same time. But he see who I'm with, and none of my family don't even fuck my baby mama because of the situation she put me through and shit, like the jail and all that shit. So, like, I ain't even supposed to be fucking with her, like, the family don't even talk to her. So they see, when she seen him, he seen us, he came and said what's up to me and everything, but didn't say nothing to her. So she was hot. But I ain't got nothing to do with me, you feel me? Like, I ain't got nothing, you know, like, why you mad at me? So she started acting up with me. Well, man, let's cut. So we get in the car, she keep nagging. She with the shit. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, man, you got me fucked up. Like, woo. Like, you know, cause she with the shit, she trying to go there. I'm like, man, I was like, I could've got picked up with my own car. Like, you could've came and got my son. You over here doing all this shit. Your head hurt. I'm just trying to get home. I just got off a 12-hour flight. I'm not trying to hear your bitch ass shit. She, oh, you can't pick. I mean, shut the fuck up. But while I look to the left, up 5-0 right there like this, and just looking at it, oh, my heart dropped. I was like, oh.
So you guys know what happened in a situation like that.
But
If
he could pull us over.
Yeah, if they come over to your car and say, sir, we send the lotus.
Yeah.
Can I see your ID?
I was saying.
And he asked for ID. And this, right? See, he ain't gonna go as big if he was fussing with me. But when he calls his name in, or you guys' name in, the thought and the procedure is to see if, when they see the domestic, they say, is this the same woman that's on the domestic? Right? What happens then is he goes to jail. Even if she say, no, he's not doing anything.
It don't matter.
They say, well, you shouldn't have been here with him. It's supposed to be 100 or more yards away. And if you had one of those peace treaties, you ain't supposed to be arguing. And we saw you arguing.
Yeah.
He's gone. Right? But we play with it anyway, because guess what? Ain't nobody gonna tell me I can't be with my bra.
Hell no.
Nobody. That's my motherfucking pussy, right? And nobody gonna shut that down, right? I'm just saying. So, we
Man,
got
my stomach hurt.
We got
thinking
it.
about that.
And most people do
I
it.
was sick.
Most people are doing it. I'm not the talented, but most people do it. We know it, right? Have I been close to? Yeah, I've been close, and I still get close, right? But she always has her little moments, right? And I'm like, look, man.
Nah, that just reminded me I gotta stay away from punk ass. I'm like, 'cause she drank. She was the one talking. She always, that's
But
how it
see,
is.
Another thing I tell this guy and these guys is we talk too much as men. Y'all ain't saying I don't tell no bras, man. But dudes talk more than bras, right? You meet a new bra, y'all meet a new chick, you wanna tell her you got these domestic classes and when your fault, and you tell her when you come to class, I go on Tuesdays, and so, and we've seen hella women come up here, right? Knowing you on Tuesday, y'all ain't getting along no more. You only been with her for 3 weeks. She come up here, start trouble. We've had broads when I was working down the street, kicking the door. I know you in there, motherfucker. Listen, man, check this out. Don't tell your business because you're putting us in jeopardy. We don't want to see all that. We trying to do fast, right? And I'm trying to get in and out. I don't want no bros. Ain't my bro. You chose her. You like them crazy bras. Y'all like them rusty. You gonna look for all with rusty ankles. You know, it's just in the blood. You know, talk hell shit, right? Spin her neck around in circles. You like them bras, right? Oh, you don't want the square type. Oh, no, you don't want the square. Oh, proper type, went to private school and don't argue. And no, we want the fire-breathing dragon.
But she evil as well, yeah.
But that turns us on. I don't know, we think sex is better because she got a loud mouth. I don't know. You know, some of them, this guy here, I'm not really pointing no fingers or something, but I point toes sometimes, like, bam, this guy, like somebody, the kind of chick that say, call me the B word when we having sex. He likes that, right? You know, just scream and when you ain't, just don't take your medicine, baby. Just act, just lose your mind when we get it. See, y'all like that, right? You like that 52-week kind, right? It's sexy. Right? Now, anyway, this paper says, what is your identity? It says, the definition of identity is the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. Domestic identity describes and defines the proof in the pudding and the pudding in the proof. Our domestic identity describes who we really are, who we believe we are, and have been in most domestic identity relationships. Ask yourself a question. Number one, in most identity relationships, or in most domestic relationships, are you known to identify yourself as the abuser or the victim? We said that. Now, number two says, when it comes to most relationships you find yourself dealing with, is your domestic identity the assertive, belligerent, militant, pushy type, or is the submissive, passive, non-combative type? I mean, like, what type are you guys in a relationship? Are you the aggressive guy most of the time, right? I mean, do you got a short stem and you just go off when a mistake or something happens, or you believe in a mistake, or do you just stay quiet and let your boo do all the talking?
No, it depends.
I'm more passive aggressive because I'm smooth already, cool. Certain stuff I just take initiative on, and whatever she tripping off, it kind of sense.
Yeah.
I'm more passive. I'm way passive.
Yeah, and keep the cool.
I'd be like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
It depends.
I got a problem calling her a bitch all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
okay,
that bad.
okay,
Bitch,
okay.
I got that bad.
Okay, we got,
I got that bad.
passive
I never
aggressive,
touched
and we
a
got
girl in my life,
aggressive
though.
aggressive. Now, aggressive
It's
aggressive,
real quick.
I don't know if y'all,
I spit on one.
I don't know if it's Tanqueray mixed with a little Hennessy that gets you guys in your full blown mode. A bitch.
I'm
With your
cool,
coat
I'm
smelling
drunk.
like, you're smelling like a cool breeze off a camel's ass, right? I mean, I don't know what makes you say what you say. If it's a mixture, because sometimes also a substance mixed with one's identity or the identity you've been portraying for a number of years can make you feel this is how it's supposed to go.
Oh, I think my baby mama.
Don't let your homeboys be around when she come by and say something
no,
crazy.
no.
See, there's another road to jump
That's
on.
something I remember
You
right
guys
there.
realize that if what you allow her to say at home and you keep your cool so you can go to bed and might have some sex, if she runs up on you in front of your dudes, your homies,
You supposed to
and she get down like she get down at the house, knowing she done did it hell of times, she's liable to get it. And you're liable to get it too. 52 weeks of domestic violence, guys. Because you laid it down. But we gotta be careful with that. We gotta really be careful with that because when they laughing and giggling, their ass really don't matter, right? I'm gonna tell you about them fake homeboys. When they giggling over there, this is what you do. He go, woo! He go, boy, hey, come here, sir. Come over here. Put you over here. And you subject to go to jail. You might not, but then he's gotta do his questioning first. One of your dogs that you love the most. Hey, officer. Yes, I can help you. Do you know this guy? Oh yeah, I know him. I just want to know, is he going to jail? Because I was probably gonna see about his car or whatever. So I'm not sure yet. You know, were you here when this incident? Well, you know, I told Johnny, like, don't be hitting her, man. You know, pretty as she is, I told him. He said, so he did hit her. I mean, yeah, man, everybody saw it, man. But, you know, I mean, she loved me, man. Right? Now, he's coming over to give some information. Boom, now you go. You don't know what happened. He was keeping his voice down, so you wouldn't hear him in the car. Hey, Shirley, look, I don't know what's wrong with that motherfucker. You know, I tell him all the time, if you was my girl, right? If you was my girl, and all you wanted was $20, hey, look, check this out, just between me and you. Hey, take this $100, right? You know, dude got a lot of enemies, so I'm gonna stop by, right? So when it comes down to her saying something in front of your friends, you don't give no energy. We do that in a lot of our groups, you know, especially the African American group. Most other nationalities and race groups will never let you see them abuse their woman in public. I'm not saying they don't do it behind closed doors, but we got a problem of showing everybody how to respect our woman. Right? So then later on you hear your partner calls your woman a bitch. But you showed her how she should be treated. You got to stop that. You got to stop that. You don't let no openings be seen in your program. You know. Now they all, I mean, most of them gonna be crazy anyway, right? But I mean, look, I would rather be with crazies and take a chance on crazy than be up in there with them dudes in the prison for the rest of my life. I'm not trying to take showers and all that kind of stuff. I want my own shower, you know. I can take them by myself, I can take them with baby. But I don't want to be up in there with no 100 dudes. Right? So we make the best out of it. We make the best out of it. Now, people say, I just want to be single. I want to, yeah. So I asked some of the group members, I said, hey, if we can come together and vote all the women off the earth, would you guys be voting to vote the women off the earth? Because a lot of dudes come in here talking about how messed up all women is. They say they mamas ain't shit. They go real bad. I said, well, I won't be voting with you motherfuckers. I mean, damn. I mean, like, you know, and then I asked questions, I said, do you like spending more time with your homeboys than you do your woman? And they say, yeah. I was like, ugh. I remember my girl used to say, my ex-girl, way back, 20-some years ago, she used to say, well, if I knock on the door, when birds knock on the door, she said, your girlfriend at the door. And, you know, I was a cheater, so I thought it was some broad at the door. And I go there, and it's my father. But she's trying to tell me something. She said, baby, playing in the park is nice. Playing on the slides and on the swing at a certain age is nice. But when you become older, it changes. It's supposed to change. And they will get jealous and upset. You will get jealous if she was with her girlfriend all the time. You gotta make some family time. You gotta do stuff. Or, you know, relationships are like plants. If you don't water them, they'll die. Right? In the Bible, it says, a man and a woman will leave their parents and go on and make a life for themselves. It doesn't say a man and his homeboys will leave their parents and go on and make a life for themselves. Right? And we don't figure that out. We act like we owe the homies something. And they ask me mad when you get you a cool little bra. And why you always hanging with her? And you ain't got salt. No, man, I ain't got salt. You know, I mean, I got with baby, that's what I got. I ain't got, you know, what you saying. You know.
They call it maturity too, though.
Yeah, you gotta mature too, that's what it is. See, I was a little immature, yeah.
I'm about to say, because what separated me, in high school, I had a kid early. So I'm like, damn, I was going to school, I was trying to go to junior college, had a kid, I'm like, damn, we ain't all get money together, but I do fuck with my partners and stuff, and we moved down, that's when I made the decision, like, if we ain't all helping each other on the same shit, I gotta do this, because I'm already seen it ahead, so that, and then I already had females on the side, different females, so I never had a problem with that, but then, like, you gotta prioritize how you wanna do your thing. But your money come first, and whatever you got to come first, and everything after that follow.
Yeah. So, what was we at? 3? Okay, in most of your domestic identity relationships you've been involved with in the last few years, do you believe you identify as the head or the tail? Okay, okay, everybody's saying. Okay, how can you be? Look. When you keep saying, and I'm not knocking nobody because I was 40 years old when I first. I don't care how much money I told you I have. I never had nothing in my name. And you know what that felt like? I thought if I put it in my name, they're gonna find out where I'm at and bust me, right? But rent was hella cheap back in the day. You get a 2-bedroom apartment for $400 or $500, right? But I was like, so God say I'm the head. Until the police come, you know, and we having a dispute. Whose name is on the list? Hers. Whose name is on the PG&E bill? Hers. Whose name is on the water bill? Hers. What about Comcast? All right, what do you ask me? Well, okay, so you gotta go, sir.
Good.
Right. So at the same time, it's a positioning of getting involved, right? More involved than we think. And sometimes that you can stay with somebody and feel like I don't really have to be responsible. If the lights go out, it ain't gonna be on my credit. If this don't get paid, it ain't gonna be on my credit. I can leave whenever I want to, cause I haven't intertwined. Then we say, that's my wifey. I don't know where y'all get that from. That's my wifey. Dog, don't be talking crazy in front of wifey. I said, what does wifey mean? That's wifey. You know, I got papers on that. Real papers or just verbal papers? Well, probably verbal papers because we haven't really went down there. And so, you know, but we get better. We get better. We talk a lot of stuff about what's mine. See, I could You could be a guy with all these nice cars, and I'm your neighbor, and I wash your cars. But you can go out of town and tell me to look out for your car. I can drive to the store, drive to the wash house and go wash the car up. And a babe see me. And she said, "Oh, you got a nice car. Oh, can I get with you?" And I said, "Yeah." And I can use what they call real communication versus real communication. There are two different kinds of real communications. One real is spelled R-E-A-L, real, and the other one is R-E-E-L, real. One means the movie reel and the reel in with the fishing reel, right? So when I tell her that your car is my car, I'm just reeling her in.